What is up, everybody? And welcome back to Project Orion, your weekly Halo podcast, or competitive gaming in general, and just gaming. But, since we are closing in on Atlanta, I thought, might as well do my predictions. Get out of the way. This is kind of like a supplemental episode of the pod, kind of. It's going to be a little shorter. It's probably going to be about a half hour, maybe, if that. Maybe like 25 minutes. Just like a little... This is probably going to be all wrong. Like, my prediction's probably going to be all wrong. Like, there's a few teams on here. I have no clue where to place them. Genuinely don't know. Because, well... few of the teams, it's just we haven't really seen much from them, and just other things, and they're just some teams are very inconsistent. But let's get into it. Like, of course, I have winning the whole thing is FaZe. Not a surprise. They won London, and they are the current reigning world champions. Very self-explanatory. At 2, for second place, I have Optic. Personally, as an Optic fan, I'd like them to win, but I'm realistic. I think FaZe is going to win. It is technically their event, but we don't know. They're probably going to win. At third, I have SSG. They looked flat at London, even though they did do 2 reverse sweeps against Sentinels and Quadrant. And it's... I don't know. Sometimes they look real good. Like at Arlington, FaZe looked flat. Optic at times looks flat during series. It's just, it all depends on how you come out. But yeah, I have SSG at third. At fourth place, I have Shopify. They can, we know, get to that top 3, but that was, of course, with SSG, like I said, playing a little flat. Not sure how that's gonna do anything. I do think that they are like this kind of at this moment that solidified 4th team, but who knows? Maybe they come out at Atlanta and just absolutely just dominate. Who knows? Maybe they finally find a way to just break into top 3 and just really cement themselves as that definite, like, they are within that set list with FaZe, Optic, SSG, Shopify. They can be maybe listed as instead of top 3 teams, maybe top 4. Like, they can literally be, like, instead of it being a big 3, it can help be really everybody is trying to beat a big 4. This next one, for 5th place, you guys are probably gonna think I'm on fucking crack, but they lost a very big piece during last off season, and people thought they weren't gonna be real good. Well, sorry to those people. They're still pretty damn good. I have Quadrant here. And I know people are like, what the fuck? You have them over teams like Sentinels? And what? What they showed at London, I get they didn't have maybe as much jet lag as, say, other teams like FaZe, Optic, SSG, Shopify. Basically, most of the damn league. People were saying, oh, well, they're not going to be as good without having Legend and everything. Yeah, well... yeah, they did get reverse swept by SSG, but they took them to Game 5 and were just about there to beating them in Game 5. This Quadrant team, this Glory, SLG, Sika, and Snipe Drone team is real good. And I mean, like, they can have a run, I think, like how they did at Arlington last year, where they just absolutely just boom beat teams like Optic and just fucking propelled themselves top 4. They were just real good. I genuinely think this Quadrant team can do that. And I don't even think we have seen the best of Quadrant. Genuinely. I think that they are the best European team, hands down. Sorry, Into the Breach. I have you quite low. No offense. I think the orc follows me on Twitter. But, sorry, I don't have you guys real high. Even though I love Wootum. He's cool. Jimbo is a G. Like, the team is nice. They're very inconsistent. Because I think having, well, now I'm going to go into a tangent about Into the Breach. But, how about when I get to them, I'll tangent maybe. But yeah, I have Quadrant at 5. It's just where I have them. And like I said, people are going to think I'm on fucking crack for having them listed at 5. But you know what? Fuck you, it's my list. How about that? Just saying. At 6, I have Sentinels. I don't know. They're good. And of course, no matter, like I said, they have looked quite good since picking up Precision. And honestly, they have kind of started to mold really well. I think no matter what, as long as you have the Falcated, Boo Boo, and Lethal, that 3 right there at least, no matter what, I think you're going to be just a good team in general. And I think Precision has filled in that 4th spot quite good. I think he is maybe kind of what they needed, to be honest. Having that more real, raw aim, damage-dealing Slayer, I think has really kind of opened them up a little. And it's worked out real well for them, personally. And like, yeah, they did get reverse swept by SSG at London. I was about to say what map. They were playing Rig. Or Interference. They were playing that, and they started off strong, and then you could just tell us as that game went on. That was kind of the start. Like, as that game went on, it was kind of just the start of just them kind of falling apart a little. Because it is kind of hard to keep that momentum going, I think, no matter what. It's really hard to keep that momentum going. Especially against a team like SSG. And, of course, maybe if Boo Boo Doo Boo's choking fucking people out with the Force, they get a chance. Who knows? Maybe like everything I just said, like me putting Quadrant ahead of them, and hell, maybe even Shopify at 4. Maybe I'm fucking on crack and Sentinels comes out and just absolutely fucking rips through everybody and they're fucking top 4, even top 3. Who fucking knows? And I'm fucking stupid, maybe. But let's move on to at 7. I have Complexity. They're a team I'm not 100% sure on where to place them, but seeing them how they've been playing more recently, even though it is online stuff, they haven't looked bad. All somewhat behind the scenes beef aside, go watch my episode with Descendant. He said some wild things, but hey, teams argue and everything, and I won't try to go on like a whole tangent. Like, I know a lot of people have. It's kind of hard to play with Ryan, and I get why Ryan wanted to get Rain because, well, they've played together, united, everything, and had success. And I think them picking up Breaking Shot has really helped them. And Ryan's been looking real fucking good lately. Like, he's been slaying, like, really fucking good. And Rain's even been getting back into his old ways where, like, early Infinite, back in H5, where he was just very consistent. He's been looking real good as well. And Huss has always been pretty damn consistent. They play, I think, a little bit faster now, having guys like Breaking Shot and Huss be kind of more of those fast young guns on the roster, and it's kind of worked out. Like I said, it's worked out when it comes to online tourneys. And I get the Forge Hub one and everything, like how they were good in that, and that's Forge maps and everything, but still, it's a tournament. It was for money and everything, and they've also looked good when it comes to the qualifiers and the opens and everything, and they've looked pretty fucking good. But I'm still... That's why I have him at 7. I'm not fully sold on the roster to have him any higher at the moment. I have to see where they place in Atlanta before I move them into, say, top 6. And, well, the next team... next team is there's a big question mark with them. And I have literally in quotations in my notes. Let me see if I can even... Fuck. Let me see. Can I have it zoomed in? Let me see if I can zoom this in my notes. In quotations. If Druck plays, I have that in my notes. I have Pure at 8. Pure, whatever the old Proton roster, whatever you wanted to call him. I have him at 8. That's if Druck plays. And I think if Druck plays, they could compete for top 6. Without Druck, I have no fucking clue where they place, because then if Druck can't compete on LAN, they go through open bracket, which then means Native gets moved into fucking pool play for the 3rd event in a row because Druck just can't get his visa stuff figured out, and it's nothing against Druck. It's not his fault. It's U.S. Customs. It's just kind of what it is. They just won't let the man fucking play on LAN. Actually, the only one he's been able to play on is London because, well, that's different. It's not the U.S. When it comes to U.S. events, especially even when it came to last year, that roster just had problems. But it's like the last time we saw fucking Druck play, he's competing for fucking, like, top 4. Like, they're so good when Druck is able to play on LAN. Like, he is the wild card for them, though. Because if he can play, they're top 6. Like I'm pretty okay with putting them top 6 if Druck plays. I have him at 8 because I honestly don't know where to place him. If Druck plays, they could be top 6. If he can't and they have to pick up someone or play with the coach or anything, they could go and pick up any of the free agents, or hell, I would say, I won't say it because he said he'd do the pod at one point, and he's doing scrims right now, and I don't want to. I was going to say, you know what, fuck it, go out and get Gunny. Give the man a chance on a tier 1 team. Just do it, please. At 9, I have, this is kind of ironic, at 9, I have Cloud9. Now, I do have to say, I really like this Cloud9 roster. This is a team that I genuinely, if they play really good, I'm rooting for. No matter where they place, I'm rooting for Cloud9. This Cloud9 roster with Tusk, Sab, Suspector, and Skeptify is pretty fucking good. It's really hard to, they've just looked good. They just look like they've kind of started to click. Stuff is kind of figured out for this roster. And it's weird putting them at 9. Because like I said, Pure I have at 8 because, say, if Druck, they can move in the top 8. They could be 7th. Hell, this Cloud9 roster could get high and get higher. It's weird because this year, I think when it comes outside of maybe, say, top 4, it is a blood. It could be any of these teams getting 5 to the 5 and 6 range. And hell, the fuck no, something happens and they get higher. It's so weird to do this because this is, like I said, my list is probably subject to change. Maybe I'll do a little update list right before Atlanta. Maybe see if I change anything. But it's weird putting Cloud9 at 9 because this team has looked real good. At London, they looked pretty good. At Arlington, actually, I think they were a different team at Arlington, weren't they? With this whole Sab, Suspector, with Tusk, Sab, Suspector, and Skeptify, they've looked pretty damn good. They got, what was it, they got second in one of the opens or qualifiers. Whatever, they all kind of group into one thing. Online stuff, they got second in one of them. They've looked, like I said, good. They're just, I think Tusk is finally clicking with the rest of the team. I think Skeptify is finally getting his chance. Like, I think all of them have just kind of, they're working together. Cloud9, I think, has a group that they can finally cement since the now old SSG roster with Penguin, now Dead Zone, can finally say that this team is really, this team can do it. Any given day, this team can do it. They have that roster where they can be pretty confident in. 10, Jason, like to send it. Do not hate me for having you here. I have Incognito at 10. Barring it'll change if they have, when one of them or any of them announce an org. I only did top 12 because I'm not sure where to place teams, to be honest. Like, hell, what is it? Some Fighting Foxes, wherever their team name is, with King J and Rami in them. They can be pretty good as well. That team with, Piggy, Rami, Haynes, it's Rami, Piggy, King J, and Haynes. Not a bad team, actually. On paper, it's not a bad team. And of course, Piggy and King J together. Like the Bittersweet Days. Pretty good team. We haven't really seen how that iteration, this roster, this Incognito team looks online. Who knows? They could be good. Well, let's hope the Senate don't give me. may he don't send me a real mean tweet. Dog it to him. 11. At 11, I might have to do a little rant. Because it pains me to list a team that is literally will be in pool play. I have them this low. Like I said, I don't even think they can feasibly get this low. Can they get to 11 if they're in pool play? I just have them low on the list because I don't know how they're gonna play. They're so inconsistent, and they just, since this roster has been put together, and any iteration of this roster that's been put together, they just don't look good. And Barcode is the fucking guy. He is the homie. I have Native here. And it pains me because I'm a big APG fan. Like, I'm a big APG fan. My friend, APG fan. Having, like I said, this Native team at times, this new iteration, like, since they've brought in tapping buttons, has looked pretty good. But even with tapping buttons, they've still looked very inconsistent. And I mean pretty fucking inconsistent. They have done better, but I have to see how they play on LAM, not on online stuff, because they just, I don't know where to place them, because one map will look fucking amazing, and the next it is just fucking fall flat right on their face. I don't know where to put them. I really don't know where to put this team. Ever since, it pains me to see APG like this, because he's a fucking world champion. He's one of the greatest players to ever play Halo. Franchise, everything. He's one of the best to ever play the game. He genuinely is. And it pains me to put him, a player of his caliber, a player of his just achievements, so low on a list like this. And I just don't know where to put him. I really don't know where to put this team. Like I said, I've had conversations with other people about Native. It's It's so odd. And like them and like Mickwin basically stepping away / kind of retiring, I think, for the time being. Or at least, yeah, we'll say for the time being, retirement. Man ain't coming back. Every iteration of this roster, I just don't know where to put them. And it really pains me to put them real low. And like I said, I only have up to the top 12. I could do an updated list where I have top 16. I could have the full 16. Like well, I'm not the whole 16. I just don't know where to do all of it. Because like I said, some fucking team out of nowhere from open bracket just cooks. But at 12, God, I hope nobody from Into the Breach sees this, because if I remember, fuck it, we're checking this live. I am pretty damn sure Into the Breach follows me. They don't, but they have liked a bunch of my posts. So, I really hope no one from Into the Breach sees this. I have them at 12. I just don't. They're another team I don't know where to place. The faux roster, when they were still faux, at Arlington, they got, was it 5th? They looked fantastic. And then London, they looked genuinely kind of flat. Like I said, Into the Breach can move up. They're just a team I don't know where to list, where to have them, what to do with them. Like, at all. I really do not know where to put Into the Breach. Because Wutum is still fantastic. Jimbo, still really good. Mighty, like, the whole roster. I just don't know where to put them. They're good. Quadrant is, like, kind of head and shoulders, though, ahead of them. Like, if you look at the points, it's been, like, Quadrant by a fucking landslide, and then Into the Breach. I just don't know where to... I have them low. Like I said, I have Native and Into the Breach low because... they're just fucking wild cards, bro. They're just real wild cards. Yeah. Just a little supplementary episode of the pod. Coming up, I don't know what is going to be the whole plan. I'll probably have a guest next week. I know beginning of August I'm moving, so it might mess with some of the scheduling. So if there's like maybe a week or so where there's no episode, I'm sorry. But I'm going to try to release as much content as I can. I'm hoping I can compete in Why Not's 4v4 tournament tomorrow. I don't know if I filled out the thing right. I'm pretty sure I did. I listed myself as free agent, so I might get put with 3 other randoms. If I can get 3 other people, I will, of course, refill it out. But yeah, that is the list. Hope you enjoyed this week's supplemental episode of the pod. Like and subscribe for more, of course. And let me know in the comment section below, what's your list? Maybe you could do the same top 12. Maybe if you want to expand yours to top 16, you want to do top 10. It's all up to you. Give your opinion on my list, of course, because, well, it's probably all fucking wrong. And give me yours down below in the comment section. And of course, like I said, like and subscribe for more. And peace.